Hey everybody, what's up from Pokemon Classics, reminding you that the classics never go out of style. In this video, I've got something truly special for you. One of my friends, fellow collectors, and PokeTubers out there, Old School Pokemon, sent me this. I'm really excited for this box. Inside, there's a card that I've been longing for. We'll get to that a little bit more here in a bit, but we're going to do an unboxing, and then I'm going to hit you guys with 5 different lessons that I've learned from collecting Pokemon cards over the years. So let's go ahead and roll into the unboxing. As I mentioned, this package comes from Old School Pokemon, and I have to give them a little bit of a hard time here. You spelt your name wrong, man. But in all seriousness, definitely go check out Old School Pokemon's channel if you haven't seen it. I'll leave a link for it down in the description below. Look at this packaging job. This is exactly what you hope to see when selling high-end graded cards. And we're talking really high-end here. You guys ready for this? Well guys, here it is, the 8.5 graded CGC Expedition Psychic Energy card. And what makes this card truly special are the autographs that are on it. Anyway, as you guys can see, this card also came with a note. It says, "You've been gifted the purple energy to sign. Please donate $20 to a charity of your choice." I absolutely love that idea. I think that's a great way to give back and also track some of the different destinations this card has been to. Anyway, continue the gift of charity by sending this card to someone else you trust in the Pokemon community. Who should I send it to? I've got a few ideas in mind. And please tag this card at PokePurpleEnergy on Instagram so we can follow its journey. If you guys aren't following the journey, definitely follow the journey. And that's what today's video is all about, is today I'm going to take the Purple Energy card to a number of different locations that were personally meaningful to me as both a collector, but also as a person. And at each one of these stops, I'm going to share 5 different lessons about how Pokemon cards and collecting has changed my life. I invite you guys to join me as we travel across the land, searching far and wide, but let's go. The adventure starts now. All right, folks, our first stop along this journey is right behind me, and I know it doesn't look like much. It's been vacant for a number of years, but this used to be one of the biggest gaming stores and card stores in the entire area. It was known as Shinder's, and it's actually the location where I bought my very first Pokemon card, this Shadowless Raichu. I should also mention that growing up, I didn't have a lot of opportunities to buy sealed packs or individual single cards like this. So it was a pretty unique experience for me. It was at a birthday party for one of my best friends, and buying this Raichu card is really what got me hooked on Pokemon moving forward. Originally, this card cost me $15, which was a significant amount of money to place on one piece of cardboard at the time, and this taught me price and value. You see, price is just a number, a monetary number that we associate with an item, but value is something much deeper than that. It's about memories, experiences, friendships, and to me that's what Pokemon has always represented. $15 is a small price to pay for all of the good and all of the amazing opportunities that Pokemon has provided me. Anyway guys, I think that's the underlying message from this first spot, is money is always replaceable, but those experiences, those memories, those relationships, those are the things that really matter. On that note, we're here at the Purple Energy card and my first card, the Shadowless Raichu, revisiting an important place of my youth, what used to be Shinder's, and this is where it all started. It's great to revisit here, and unfortunately they don't have any cards anymore, but still have plenty of memories. Anyway, let's go find spot number 2. Let's go. Well, here we are at the mall where I originally ran a Pokemon trading card game league, and this mall's in a bit of disrepair. It's not in the greatest condition. It's reminding me a little bit of the hallway from The Shining, if I'm being honest. Check it out. All right, so coming up to the league every weekend were some of the best times of my adolescence. We would bike 2 miles up one way and then 2 miles back, regardless of the weather. And here in Minnesota, it gets really cold. So we were definitely committed to hosting this league for everyone. And every weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, we'd pack the hall here of the mall with 50 to 75 different kids all playing Pokemon. And I won't give you guys the whole story. It's a much longer story than this, but originally I was promoted to the role of gym leader in early 2000s, maybe 2001, 2002. So I became responsible for distributing badges, filling out the league paperwork, actually pulling out all of the folding chairs and tables, setting them up, and then packing them back away in the store. I also had to give away the promo cards and stamp people's badge books. And it was a lot of responsibility. And that's lesson number 2 in this video of what Pokemon has taught me is in that early transitional phase of adolescence, I learned how to serve others and how to take responsibility not only for my own actions, but for the betterment of others. And that's something I wouldn't trade for anything, because I think that was really important in my development as a person. I actually have this hanging up at home, but that's my original badge book as a member of this league, the stamper that I used every weekend to stamp other people's, the badges that I earned, and my actual gym leader shirt that I wore every weekend here. Probably could have washed it some more, and it's got quite a few stains, but these are just some of the things that are sentimental to me. Anyway, guys, it was great revisiting a place from my youth, a place that I had a lot of fun at and that helped me develop as a person, but we've got a lot of stops to make yet. So we'll say goodbye for now and head out to the next spot. Bye, Mall. Bye. For spot number 3, we're here at my old elementary school, and I spent so much time underneath these trees playing football, playing soccer over here on the field, and just laying down in the shade with our binders, with our boxes of cards, collecting, trading, and playing Pokemon. So today I brought with me the purple energy card, but in addition to that, I've also brought my box of cards from when I was a kid 20 years ago. Relatively untouched. It has all of my original cards that I was collecting, as well as some of the decks that I was playing at the time. So there you go, this is spot number 3. Now this area is new. They put in like a little nature walkway and a little hut over here with a garden. So I think we're gonna go in there to check out some of the cards that were in my original Pokemon box. Let's check it out. This is really pretty. So one of my collection goals early on was to collect all of the Black Star promo cards, and I made a point of that at League. If anybody had one that I didn't, I was trading for that card. Another one of my long-term goals was to collect the entire first edition base set, and that was extremely difficult because we couldn't just go online to find those cards. I had to find them out in the wild, and anytime it was a common, uncommon energy card, I would be willing to trade just about anything, even holographic cards, to add those to my collection if it was one that I needed. Lastly, in here you'll see some of my decks. I spent a lot of time playing the actual card game with my older brother, and at the time my neighbor from across the alley, she ended up marrying my brother, so she's now my sister-in-law, and together we would play for hours and hours. One of my decks in here was an electric steel type, and I loved that deck. And then the other one was a dark leaf deck that was mainly focused on bench destruction, you know, using the Dark Crobat family and Dark Golbats, which had a Pokemon power to do damage to benched Pokemon. Using some Darkness Energies and some Scoop Ups, you could just put that on repeat. Really fun deck to play. Not one of the best decks I've ever used, but again, it was all about the fun. Anyway, it's about time to take the cards and stash them away into hiding once more, back into storage. But it was great going through, flipping back through some of those decks and some of those earlier collection pieces that I've been working on for a really long time. So Purple Energy, spot number 3 is a wrap. It's on to spot number 4. Well folks, spot number 4 takes us here in my office and studio where I make all my YouTube videos and run my eBay store. Now the last few years have been phenomenal for Pokemon and I've learned so much. Business strategies, marketing, running a store, how to do taxes, all of that, the whole works. And I've loved every moment of it. Now it's no secret that I have some pretty cool stuff here. I like displaying some of my collection. I have some t-shirts from the Pokemon Trading Card Game League, a hat that I won during the Pokemon Tour, and a number of different plushies and other items and collectibles, some of which were even gifts from others. And I'm happy to introduce the Purple Energy card here to the rest of my studio. Many of the items in the studio are personally meaningful to me, whether it's some of the display cases that I've put together with different cards that were gifted to me or autographed, or items that I picked up in my own journey, collecting from my time in the Pokemon League or at various competitions or events. All of it is really special, and I'm really fortunate to be able to have this little office space that's customized to my own style. Now, this space is also designed with efficiency in mind. There are a number of different cameras and a switchboard to switch between them, monitors in different directions so that regardless of which camera I'm looking into, I can be able to preview that back. I even have a downward facing camera to get those overhead shots, as well as taking photos for my eBay store. I absolutely love this place. Anyway, I'm glad the Purple Energy could visit the office before making its round to the next collector. Now, who to send it to? Our fifth and final stop is here at Collecticon. Now, originally I forgot the Purple Energy card while I was traveling, but fortunately, I do have a green screen here in my studio, and we can recreate some of this experience using the magic of technology. Anyway, while at Collecticon, it was one of my goals to take the card around the convention and showcase it to all the different influencers, collectors, and Pokemon enthusiasts here. And that brings me to the fifth lesson. This is probably the most important of all of them, and that's to live life to the fullest. As collectors, we put a lot of pride in assembling our collections and making our cardboard acquisitions, but really the hobby of Pokemon collecting is so much more than that. It's about collecting experiences, it's about making friendships, it's about learning new skills, and it's all of those things together that make a memorable and enjoyable experience. Collecticon was such a great time, and it really does illustrate the vast diversity we have here in this community. From the musical performances, to being able to distribute packs to kids, to meeting some of those different influencers and voice actors, and even just hanging out at all the vendor booths and looking at some of the iconic cards of the hobby. This was a great opportunity, a great experience, and just one of many that I'm thankful for as a Pokemon collector. I was even able to get some of my own cards signed for my display case here in the studio. Anyway, Purple Energy card here at Collecticon. It was a great time, great experience having this card, but now it's time to pass it on to its next recipient. For our $20 donation today, we'll be donating to Take Down Cancer. For those of you that are unaware, I was a wrestler for 13 years and served as a wrestling coach for an additional 13 years. And here in my home state of Minnesota, a number of coaches and parents and volunteers and local organizations came together years ago to establish the Take Down Cancer nonprofit organization, whose goal is simply to help fund and support families that are struggling with cancer. But anyway, it's time to get the Purple Energy card to its next recipient, and I choose you, Swami. I'll hit you up here in a little bit for your address, and we'll get the Purple Energy card in your hands next. To the rest of you, thanks for sticking around and watching this video. I'm Pokemon Classics, reminding you that the classics never go out of style. Stay well, everybody, and we'll see you with the next one. Bye, everybody.
Like and subscribe.
Please.